initially what brought me to this neurotherapist was my psychotherapist had done some neurotherapy on me and had said that going to see someone who was specially trained in certain types of neurotherapy could potentially really help me. And so we did some research and found a neurotherapist in Colorado Springs, and we went to him to get a QEEG, which is a brain map, and it pretty much maps the waves in your brain. And it can detect things like ADHD, depression, anxiety, and other ailments. Now, going into this appointment with this new neurotherapist, his name is Chris, he knew nothing about me and did not know that I had 2 concussions that affected my day-to-day life. He was able to take a look at the scans and see, wow, this shows traumatic brain injury. And that's what he said to me almost immediately. He goes, have you ever had a concussion before? And I said, well, yeah, I've had 2. And he goes, did you hit your head here? And he points to his temple. And I go, yeah, that's exactly where I hit my head. And so I was absolutely astonished that he could tell that I had a traumatic brain injury from these scans. And I didn't know that that was going to be so prevalent. I thought that he might focus on some of my anxiety, maybe some of my depression, and that would be what shows up on the scans. And so after reviewing my scans some more, he told me to stand up and walk in a straight line with my arms straight out. So I did what he said, and then he goes, I want you to see an eye doctor. And he says, I know a guy who specializes in traumatic brain injuries, and I think he could really help you because I don't think that you can see. And I was like, what? I can see, I can walk, I can drive, I can do all these things. And he goes, no, I don't think that you can. I think that it's very dangerous for you to drive. I don't think you have spatial awareness of where you are in a room, and you definitely cannot walk in a straight line. He suggested that my eyes were misaligned. And so he wanted me to get this fixed before I continued with my neurotherapy. Because the red, as you can see on the scans, in the 2 temporal regions, and then at the back of my head, were too tense to get any good information out of. So I needed my eyes to be fixed before I could go through this new type of therapy. And so off I went to the specialty eye doctor. Now, this new eye doctor did a series of tests. He had me walk down the hallway. He made me read a passage from a story. And then we chatted about my symptoms, which included sleepiness, dizziness, headaches, neck pain, and all of which I had just assumed been caused by my traumatic brain injury. I didn't realize that this could be a serious issue with my eyes. And he asks me if I have anxiety while driving, and I say yes, because I did. And he asked me if bright lights affect me, and of course I said yes, because I couldn't even walk into a room with bright lights without it almost giving me a panic attack. And then almost immediately after I said that, he said, you have binocular division dysfunction.